to my channel Vinyl Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me, and for today's video I'm super excited. I'm finally going to be playing with my Melt Amor Y Mariposas collection. I bought the PR box when it was released, which was November 2021 I think. So long ago now, I can't exactly remember when it was, but it was their holiday release. And because the Beetlejuice palette had sold out so quickly, I was determined to get my hands on this one. I actually paid way too much for it because it's now reduced to about a quarter of what it was, but I paid the full price, just never got around to using it, but I think some of you guys might have picked it up. So thought we would look at it today, do a look with it. So it's a beast, it's a massive great big PR box and it's pretty heavy to hold up, but this was it if you can't remember it or you don't know what I'm talking about. It was so beautifully packaged, and the theme was all about if you had lost someone, like butterflies coming back to kind of in spirit to kind of remind you of that lost person. And it was all about Laura's dog. I think Laura's one of the owners. So there was a lot of products in this collection. This is the first layer. So you've got a mirror, you've got lipsticks, lip liners, and some of their amazing gel liners in there. I'm going to be playing with at least one of those today. And then in the second layer we've got a picture of Laura there, and then we've got the blush palette, the eyeshadow palette, and the brushes. So I'm going to try out as much as I can in this video. So I'll scooch you in a bit closer and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you what's inside before we get on to doing a look with the products. So there is a handheld mirror in there. It's the same size as the one from the Beetlejuice PR box. I don't use handheld mirrors, but I do appreciate the care and attention that's gone into this. It's really, really beautiful. We've also got probably the most beautiful set of brushes I've ever seen in my life. I think they rival the ones from the Kat Von D 10-year anniversary collection. I've got those and they're very similar kind of vibe to those. They're so beautiful. Powder, sort of blush brush. We're definitely going to be using that today. There's a bit smaller one that I think you could use more for contour. And then the rest are all eye brushes, and we're going to be using all of those in the look today. I'm going to try and stick exclusively to using these brushes in the look. There's 3 lip liners. I always like a lip liner actually. I'm starting to get a bit more into those, particularly if I'm using a bullet lipstick, and there's 5 bullet lipsticks in this package. The lipsticks, there was 2 glitter lipsticks. They're in the most beautiful packaging. All of the lipsticks are so stunning. Let me see if I can show you up close. It's just beautiful. And they're the kind of package where it's like magnetic like that, which I always appreciate. Orangey glitter one with kind of some pink sparkles in. It's really, really pretty. Pink one with some goldy sparkles. And the other 3 are all matte. There's the most stunning purple. Love a purple lipstick. That's beautiful. There's a coral shade. That one's pretty. And then there's a bit more of a deeper coral, and I think that's the one I might use today. Really pretty. There's 3 gel liners. One of them is a pigment paint, they say, because it's not for eye use. It will be because it will stain. I use any of these on my eyes and they're normally fine, but you can use this as lipsticks as well. There's a pink one, really pretty. That would be great as a lipstick. Got a stunning green one. That's beautiful. Metallic. And then there's a gold one, which I think we might use today. Then we've got the blush palette, which just beautiful artwork on it. I love the way that this is all packaged. I think they excelled themselves with the packaging in this. This is the Monarca blush palette. They're interesting shades. Like you've got 2 quite vibrant ones and then 4 that are kind of almost in the same kind of shade family as such, and a couple of them are a bit more shimmery blushes, and then those are matte. So yeah, interesting choice because I think they're all a little bit similar, particularly these 3. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use today. Might even go in with this one and kind of just mix them together. I want to do something very orangey today. And last but not least, we've got the Amor Y Mariposas eyeshadow palette. Absolutely gorgeous artwork on this one. When I opened it, I was surprised at how small the pans are, but that's the eyeshadow palette. And we're going to be playing in this bottom row, or bottom 2 rows. I really want to do something orange and red today. So yeah, that's the plan, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going in with the Monarca blush palette. Not quite sure what colour to choose. I'm going to start with this one, I think, Milagritos, and see how pigmented it is. I'm super pale, so it'll probably look pigmented on me anyway, so we'll see how we go. We're going to use the brush as well. Kind of don't want to ruin the imprint of the pan. Oh, that's even pretty light on me. I don't think that's showing up on me actually. And if it doesn't show up on me, there's not going to be many people it does. I'm going to try Floor, this pink one, mixed with this one. But just go really light-handed. I love blush. I like it to be pigmented and visible. Yeah, I've just touched the pan on both of those two deeper shades. And I think that's stunning. That's really, really pretty. Might be too much blush for some people, but I really, really like blush, as I say. Yeah, I need to play with that some more to kind of figure out which ones I would mix with what to get the effect that I want. I want a goldy kind of highlight. I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Metal Crush highlight from the 10-year anniversary collection. This one's in Gold Skool. Brushes that came with the set. And that's working well because it's helping me to use that to kind of diffuse over the blush, which I like to do that. Kind of like a blush topper and highlight at the same time. Yeah, that's looking pretty, I think. I'm going to go in with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot as my primer today. I'm going to use this one because it's kind of a good one if I'm doing something orangey, I think. So it has got a little bit of colour in it on my skin tone. And it's easier to blend over than the Jumbo Pencil and Milk that I've been using recently. I just wanted to change things up a little today. So have you guys bought this collection? As I say, it's super reduced on Melt's website, and actually buying it when I did has kind of taught me a lesson. I'm always so worried about like missing out on limited editions that I actually paid $425 for it. I think it went down to about $150 in the sale, so yeah, gutted about that, but pleased to have it at the same time. And I've kind of spent the money now, it was ages ago, so forgotten about it in a way. Melt's products are always awesome. They are kind of worth the money, but it's annoying when things go down so much as that and you haven't used them. I think I'm going to start with the shade Maria, this one here, and build some depth in my outer corner. I'm using the slanted brush. I don't want to ruin the pans, they're so pretty. I'm just going to tap that on and try and get a sort of V shape going on. So that is super pigmented. Forgotten quite how pigmented melt shadows are. I haven't used a melt shadow in a little while actually. That's such a pretty colour though. We're going to go quite dramatic with this look because I've not done anything dramatic in a while either. I've been sticking to quite safe. Not got any more product on the brush and I'm just dragging it out really. I'm just going to run that slightly on my lower lash line. I'm still using what was on the brush. Melt shadows go on for days. I love the tones of that though, that kind of wine burgundy kind of tone that it has. But we're just going to take that all the way to my hairline. Just let it kind of fade to nothing. Still the same dip in the brush. We haven't gone in with any more yet. I'm just dipping to the pan again. I'm just going to intensify the outer V. That's given us lots of depth, lots of drama. Loving it so far. Next shade I'm going to use is Perla from the bottom row here. I'm going to bring that through my crease. Wow, that's so pretty. Oh god, I'm in love with this palette. Why did it take me 6 months to use it? The colours are just so stunning. As I say, the pans are way smaller than I was expecting, but the shadows go on for days and days, so you don't need much at all. So I'm using a sort of third smallest of these brushes. I'm liking the brushes actually. I probably won't use them a lot because I bought them kind of as a collector's piece just to keep, but I wanted to use them today. Just building that colour up in the crease and blending as I go, and it's blending super easily. And then whilst I've still got the remainder of that on the brush, I'm just going underneath the original shade just in this outer V here and into that kind of extended wing that we've created. So if you're going to do this, you've got to be quite careful how much you've got on your brush, because these are crazy pigmented in a good way. I think I just need to take that red shade just a little higher in the crease here. I love these sort of shades on myself. I think they really suit my skin tone. But I think they'd work on a lot of people as well. This is like a sort of grungy rainbow palette really. And I want to use this shade, Abulita. I'm going to be butchering these names, but this one in the middle here as a blending shade to go up to my brows. I'm using the biggest blending brush that's there in the set to do that. Say again, very little product at a time. And I'm going to take that out as well to this big wing that we've created here. I never use a brush as big as this normally, but it's actually working really well for the purpose. I'm going to take the red shade Perla just and bring it in towards my nose on the lower lash line. I'm just using the pencil brush. I really like the shape and size of that pencil brush. That's really precise. I haven't got one quite like that in my collection. That one could be one that I reach for a fair bit, I think. Yeah, I'm loving how precise I can be with that. And then with the product that's left on that big fluffy brush that had the more orangey coral shade, just blending that on the inner corner. Now we're going to use the flat shader brush and NYX glitter primer and cut the lid. I'm going to use the shade Sagrado, this one here, in the outer part of my lid, and then the Mariposa shade kind of towards the centre. Just layering it over that matte that's in the corner of my eye there, in the outer V. And then in with Mariposa for the centre of my lid. That's a pretty shade. So I'm always using that as if I'm cutting my lid there. I'm not going to go all the way to the corner because I want to use something else in the corner. Such a pretty shade though. You don't get too many metallic oranges in palettes, I don't think, or not as bright and vibrant as this one in any case. And then for the inner part of my lid, we're going to go in with the gel liner in the gold shade, which is called Estrella. So I'm just using the pencil brush for that and taking that into the corner there. And the great thing about MELT gel liners is they're so emollient, so easy to work with. You can use them as cream shadows like I'm doing here. And I'm going to outline kind of where I'm cutting the crease with it as well. So kind of going above that orange shade that we've already laid down. And then just where they meet, just trying to make sure that they feather together a little bit. Okay, so that's the eye look to this point. Just going to hop off camera for some wing liner. I'm just going to do a black gel liner, some mascara, which I am going to use the MELT Supernatural mascara from the Beetlejuice collection, and one of the lipsticks and lip liners, and I'll be back with you to show you the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. I love these kind of shades on myself anyway. So easy to achieve the look as well, I think, and the products just all performed amazing. So to finish off the look, I've gone in with a Perfectionist lip liner from the kit. This is in Corazón, if that's how you say it. I know I'm butchering these names. And then the lipstick I used was Besos. And yeah, I really am impressed with this. I think this, well, I know it is my favourite so far of the Melt palettes, because you've got all the shades you might want, but in kind of a grungy format. It's like a rainbow palette, but for grunge lovers, I think, this one. And this is totally my vibe for makeup. Can't wait to dip into the green row, actually. I think that's stunning. But I can just see so many looks in this palette. It's just so inspiring to me. So why I waited so long to use it, I just do not know. But that orange shade, Mariposa, oh my God, that's just such a beautiful shimmer. I loved that Maria shade that I started the look with. I mean, I've not used many shades from it at all, but I can just tell by the formula ones I've used, I'm going to love it. So yeah, it's, I think, $38 at the moment for the palette and the blush palette together, which is an absolute steal if you're thinking of picking it up. Now is the time, not when it first came out when the whole collection was $450. No, that was not the best time. But I'm really happy with it. I just think it's such a gorgeous palette, so beautifully packaged. Everything is beautifully packaged. The gel liners, as I say, are incredible. You can use them in multiple ways. You can use them as lip paints, you can use them as eyeshadow or eye bases. So I don't think you'd be disappointed if you picked any of those up if they're still available individually. And I really enjoyed the brushes. This little guy, the pencil brush, I've not got anything quite with a tip like that one. And I love the weight of them. They're just, yeah, they're really nice to hold. They make you sort of feel like you're painting. They're just, yeah, they're gorgeous. So happy with this collection. It's kind of brought my love for makeup back a little bit, just playing with this today, because sometimes I've not been so inspired just lately because I've not been buying all the new things. But as I say, I can see so much potential in this collection and so many looks that I want to do, and that really makes my makeup heart happy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing me finally use the MELT Amor Y Mariposas collection. Love to let me know if you've got the collection, whether you'd recreate a look like this one. So I tried to keep it fairly simple and keep it cohesive, so it's a look that you might want to recreate. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel and you're not yet subscribed, I'd love to have you. But other than that, guys, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.